We got Bronson Reed reacting to his Raw injury, a legitimate injury. Also, the Viper. Is he turning into the Legend Killer? Will it be a thriller on the road to WrestleMania? Also got blockbuster updates backstage in the WWE on Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, right now it's so important, so crucial to like, subscribe, comment, become a channel member. Remember to hype up the video by hitting that hype button below. And you can donate with a super thanks or a super chat sticker, or just simply, guys, like I say, over and over again, just becoming a channel member will help out this show. It will make it explosive. It will make it up close and personal. It will be smash mouth, and it will be in your face. And it certainly will not be a disgrace with the hottest and the most fire WWE topics right here on YouTube.com. Now, as the world saw last night, sadly and unfortunately, Bronson Reed suffered yet another injury after he was just coming back. He was just returning. He was just starting to really get over. He was really starting to get that push. Bronson Reed was starting to get that momentum, and then the bottom fell out. Bronson Reed, once again, looks like he'll be gone from anywhere from 4 to 6 months. Obviously, he will be actively missing WrestleMania. But Bronson Reed reportedly was going to be the initial planned winner for the triple threat match, and Bronson Reed was actually going to be in the Elimination Chamber match in Chicago this Saturday. However, taking to X or Twitter, Reed simply shared a flaming thumbs up gif from Terminator, which you can see below. Reed became the third member of the Vision stable to be sidelined with an injury, with Seth Rollins' injury back in October, leading to his removal from his own group. Braun Breaker is also currently out of action after suffering a hernia on WWE Raw following the Royal Rumble. It is not yet known how long Reed will be out of action, but again, the rumor is 4 to 6 months. We wish him the best and a full recovery from this recent injury. And as you can see, WWE was definitely it was havoc during that triple threat match last night. Make no mistake about it. It was absolute havoc. But speaking about havoc, ladies and gentlemen, are we going to get a glimpse? Are we going to get a look into the future? Because according to rumor and gossip, according to some cell phone footage online, Randy Orton from a WWE live event, WWE house shows, which are few and far between. They don't do a lot of them these days. They focus more on Raw, Smackdown, NXT, and PLEs on ESPN. Randy Orton punting Triple H into oblivion. And the boss has been brutally, perhaps, written off. Now, remember the frustration with Randy Orton and WWE Creative. Randy Orton not appreciating the booking, the lack of respect for the Viper. Now, this has been building for a couple of years now. Randy Orton has been taking loss after loss after loss. Randy Orton being made to look like a joke, a jobber. Randy Orton being made to look like an afterthought. Randy Orton not being made to look serious. Now, there is rumor and speculation that if Randy Orton and if they win and win, and if they go ahead and they do this angle and they go all the way and they are all in on it, ladies and gentlemen, here on SeanzViewEnt, remember to like, comment, subscribe today, click the bell, refresh my channel multiple times because we do multiple videos a day. Could Triple H be brutally written off WWE effectively? Well, what the fans in the arena don't know is that the sudden off-camera attack might be a desperate cover-up, because a massive corporate leak just hit the locker room that Vince McMahon is attempting a hostile takeover to buy back WWE. Now, is this going to go into those plans with Triple H being effectively killed off by Randy Orton punt kicking him? Is that going to make way for Vince McMahon's return to the company? We have the backstage panic, the stalled Netflix numbers, and CM Punk shooting on his retirement. Do not click away. We have bonus material. We have extensive coverage, the most elusive, the most stupendous, the most exclusive WWE News Talk right here on YouTube.com for well over a decade, for over 10 years. I've been supplying you with the latest, the greatest, the newest, the hottest, the most definitive, and the most defiant. Let's not waste any more of your valuable time. What is going on, everybody? Here, Sean from SeanzViewEnt. As you saw, we have an absolute unprecedented situation unfolding right now. Forget what you saw on WWE Raw last night, because that is just nothing compared to what we're getting right now. Although, I must say that was a phenomenal way for AJ Styles to retire, and then for AJ Styles to go into the WWE Hall of Fame by The Undertaker. And then John Cena is going to be the one to induct AJ Styles into the WWE Hall of Fame. Because the real story just happened off camera, according to those in the know. At this afternoon's untelevised WWE live event house show, there is rumors the night after Raw that Randy Orton legitimately punted Triple H and the boss is gone. Now, again, this is really weaving into Vince McMahon returning to WWE, Vince McMahon buying back WWE. Now, there was a lot of question as to how they were going to go about this. How were they going to do this? How could this all come together? Well, it seems like it's coming together right now. Now, before we break down the leaked cell phone footage and the camera, the locker room panic, the stagnant Netflix viewership numbers, and CM Punk's explosive new comment about his WWE retirement, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, because the landscape of WWE is shifting as we speak on the road to WrestleMania. Now let's set the stage. Fans who bought tickets to tonight's live event were expecting a standard untelevised show, right? Instead, they witnessed absolute history. Cell phone footage is already flooding social media, showing Randy Orton fully embracing the legend killer persona and punning Triple H. Now, we have been on the phone with sources who are backstage right now, and the atmosphere is being described as completely unhinged. When a massive angle like this happens at an untelevised house show instead of the main broadcast, it means that there is a desperate, sudden scramble behind the scenes. Talent showed up to the arena today looking for answers about who is actually running the damn show, who is in charge at WWE. Well, what they found instead was massive. Terrifying rumors spreading through the locker room about why the boss had to be written off so suddenly. But before we get to the massive corporate leak that has the boys and the girls in the back terrified tonight, we have to talk about a confirmed departure from the WWE roster. Yes, because according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this time, we can officially confirm Sarah Logan, also known as Valia, is completely done with professional wrestling following her WWE exit. Now, we all know she was gone from the company for a long time, but there was a lot of people saying, oh, maybe she'll return, maybe she'll make a comeback. She is completely done with professional wrestling, is Sarah Logan. In the industry where never say never is the golden rule, sources claim to the camp indicate that she is 100% focused on her family and life outside the ring. It is a quiet, sudden end to a career, and the locker room is definitely reeling from her absence this week, and they are feeling it. Speaking of end of careers, if you are expecting CM Punk to hang up the boots anytime soon, the current World Heavyweight Champion, the man that will go against Finn Balor in the Elimination Chamber match, you need to think again. Now, I know it's not the Elimination Chamber match, but it's at the Elimination Chamber event. Now, over the last few weeks, the internet has been buzzing with rumors about Punk's physical status and when his final match will take place. Well, Punk just fired back, and CM Punk, well, he did not hold back. The best in the world. In a recent interview, CM Punk was direct, and he was directly asked by a fan, when do you plan to retire from WWE, CM Punk? It was asked. His exact response, I'll effing retire whenever I want to. There's work to be done, okay? And you're going to miss me when I'm gone, so shut the F up. He later clarified that just because he acknowledges he has more road behind him than ahead of him, it doesn't mean that the end is here. He flat out said, trust me, I am here to stay, and nobody's going to change that. Punk's defiant stance is exactly the kind of fire that the WWE needs right now, especially when you look at the raw data coming out of the streaming home of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And the situation is looking very dire. Which brings up a massive reality check for the current WWE regime. According to the official numbers just released, WWE's Raw's performance on Netflix is starting to stall out. For the week ending February the 16th, Raw ranked and tanked number 9 globally and number 7 in the United States, bringing in 2,900,000 global viewers. Now on paper, nearly 3 million views sounds great, but when you compare it to the previous week's episode on February the 9th, that episode brought in nearly 2,900,000 global views at 2,900,000. That means week over week, growth was completely unchanged at 0%. And because it stayed completely flat, Raw actually dropped in the global rankings and falling from number 7 down to number 9 while holding steady at number 7 in the U.S. In the corporate world, especially when you are the flagship live program on the biggest streaming platform on earth, staying flat means you are losing ground. Stagnant viewership creates boardroom panic, and that stagnant data might be the exact reason why a massive, desperate creative shakeup like having Randy Orton brutally write Triple H off at an untelevised live event was completely fast-tracked. Which brings us to the absolute shockwave at tonight's live event. One source inside the building told us directly, nobody knows what the creative direction is right now. Doing this off TV feels like Wild West. Randy Orton seizing control is incredible, but when the boss gets taken out at a house show right at Netflix, viewership hits a wall. It almost mirrors a massive corporate shift happening in the real world. I want to preface this in part by saying WWE officials are denying this on the record, but the talent at the live event are all talking about the exact same thing. Of course, it could be AI. Let's be honest. We live in a world, in an era where you can fake pictures, you can fake footage, you can fake a lot of different things. But maybe if this doesn't happen, or if it didn't happen, maybe it will happen. Maybe this was just a test to see what would happen and the reaction to it. And of course, a lot of people want to see Triple H get punted. A lot of people want to see Triple H out. A lot of people want to see Vince McMahon back in. Some of you actually still want Triple H to be there. And that's fine because, remember, without you, there is no show on you. It all comes down to the viewers, the fans, the subscribers, and the integrity of this very show. Now, the league that has completely hijacked tonight's live event is a massive capital firm in preparing an aggressive bid to purchase WWE. And that name allegedly pulling the strings is Vince McMahon. According to several individuals familiar with the situation, there have been back conversations. There have been back channel conversations happening for weeks. The belief backstage is that Triple H being written off might not just be a storyline for Randy Orton. It may be a strategic move to remove him from the television product while corporate lawyers prepare for a hostile takeover. One source we spoke to bluntly stated, again, this is only rumor and gossip, if Vince buys it back, half the locker room will walk. And that brings me to the verdict of this very video. Remember, for more videos like this, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, and turn on all notifications. The road to WrestleMania 42 is supposed to be the most mapped out time of the year. But this level of backstage panic changes everything. Randy Orton bringing back his ruthless legend killer persona to punch Triple H is exactly the kind of chaotic, must-see television that the WWE desperately needs right now, especially to jumpstart those stagnant Netflix numbers. But the real story is that Vince McMahon takeover leak. If there is even a fraction of truth to the rumor that he is trying to buy back the WWE that was once his company, his baby, the locker room panic is 100% justified. Triple H being written off TV right as the rumors peak is terrifying timing. And if a corporate war is actually brewing behind the scenes, WrestleMania is going to be caught right in the crossfire. I want to know, though, what you think, because without you, there is no show. And if you remember to like, comment, subscribe. Do you drop comments right now, guys? We need your thoughts more than ever before. Let me know. How would you react if Vince McMahon actually bought back WWE and returned to power? Would you stop watching, or do you think it would be great for the storylines? Let your voice be heard right now today. Make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss one update. I'm Sean from SeanzViewEnt Entertainment, and I will, without a shadow of a doubt, keep you in the know because, well, that's the show. That's the show, ladies and gentlemen. John Cena, again, inducting AJ Styles into the Hall of Fame. Also, what AEW star who used to be in the WWE, used to be in the World Wrestling Entertainment, what star just said, I will never return to WWE ever again? That being Dustin Rhodes, a.k.a. Goldust. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is what's going on right now, Goldust. You will never see Goldust return to WWE, according to Dustin Rhodes himself. And he reveals why he'll never return to WWE. Also, MJF admits he obsessively screenshots criticism and uses it during matches. Kelly reacts to being snubbed from WWE 2K26. Do you think that losing Kelly and her not being in the game is a big loss to that video game franchise? Vince Russo says he had to fight off Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse, ICP, for 4 months to protect a storyline payoff. Also, Vince Russo addresses Karrion Kross potentially coming to JCW. Your thoughts, your comments, your emotions on all of that. Also, Mercedes Moné, the former Sasha Banks in the WWE. Mercedes Moné lands Bar Rescue Season 10 role. Will you be watching that now that Mercedes Moné is on that program, Bar Rescue? CM Punk is defending Tom Brady after backlash over his WWE is cute comment. Is Tom Brady going to be involved in the WWE? Will Tom Brady be at WrestleMania 42? Your thoughts, your comments, and your emotions on all of that, because we keep you in the thick of the know. Also, Big Vito fires off WrestleMania challenge to Brock Lesnar amid the open challenge controversy that Brock Lesnar has put out there. Also, Jey Uso's Elimination Chamber qualifying win was flooded with dislikes on YouTube. But keep in mind, Bronson Reed was originally supposed to be that winner. He was booked to win that match. Also, there's a feeling from those in the industry that WrestleMania has lost its luster. Do you believe that WrestleMania has lost its luster? Yeah, maybe going through 2 nights is a little much. It's over the top. It's a little bit over the edge. But ladies and gentlemen, here on SeanzViewEnt, we always go above and beyond the call of duty because we do it for you. We believe in the viewers, the fans, and the subscribers. Remember to like, comment, subscribe today. We got plenty more to come from the Brash One. Stay tuned and stay hooked to this very channel.